Alright, so this video is about um, life in general and how pretty much manhood rules, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, exercising and shit, that ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, you can move, it'll make you move faster and shit, but half the people in my life ain't got ain't really, you know, nothing like me. I grew up with being around pimp culture and shit, and all the men pretty much, you know, I guess once they, learn manhood, you gotta find your way, you know, to, a peace of mind. Cause growing up, I pretty much got raped and told I was a submissive, and pretty much realized that I was being constructed to be a female. And at the end of the day, all the women in my life are pretty much being viewed at a negative light. I mean, people life look better, I guess. Seeing people make shit look easy, but I guess it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, being a female, being a black woman, it's like it feel like you at the bottom of the goddamn barrel. No matter what you do, it's always wrong. I guess I have some comprehension skill that I need to work on, but I guess you know half the people that I grew up around really did seem to have a good life. People were greedy and wanted money, and it's just it's stupid, man. Like niggas and bitches going back and forth. Nigga do something wrong, then you ask another nigga to do something to him. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get nowhere being a black woman. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is really study and try to learn things. And I'm like, I don't even try to get no job because at the end of the day, my identity as a whole, I don't have to sit here and pretend to be something I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, I don't know. I'm saying, I'm not sure how much knowledge I can apply to my mind to even, become a better person. Because half the people in my life, but I realized that, people take a census, like all the schools I went to and stuff like that. It's like motherfuckers really already have access to a better quality of life. So I pretty much do come from, a place where, I grew up around random people. I was an inbred, and all the men seemingly want to keep me broke because of my womanhood, and they are actually benefiting off the idea of their manhood, which I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody special. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just happened naturally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Half the people in my life really was just raised to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, for as far as manhood is concerned, it seems like you're a man, you just do a bunch of push-ups and shit and be masculine. You'll get hoes and they'll take care of you. If they love you, they do. If they show loyalty, then they do. If they don't, they don't. They won't. So at the end of the day, my mama, I don't know who my dad is or who I know I have a mom and I act like her, but when it comes to thinking deeply, I feel like I'm mocking people's personalities. I don't know who I'm related to. All I know is somebody signed my damn birth certificate, and I'm like, being that these streets are real and people, what I'm saying, are being put on a pedestal. I'm like, I'm not sure if my dad is my dad or whomever. You know what I'm saying? As long as you eat, it's good. I will never know because of the idea of being a stereotype who really who I really belong to, who I really am. And I guess that's what studying is about, science and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like slow because I'm like everybody in my household pretty much saying, when you're a woman, every now and then you need to go do some prostitute type shit and fend for yourself in that manner. And I'm like, I don't know. Half these people I grew up around, it seemed like they had money, and even if they didn't, like I said, the men, from my understanding, I was a narcissist to people, and I'm like, I'm not being a narcissist. I'm getting raped by men, and everybody's telling me, well, you need to submit to a man, and they'll be able to rape you and justify with rape, especially if they have money. They'll make bun, get out, and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Charge it to the game. So what I'm dealing with is being mature. I'm like, well, it's only so much I'm gonna take being you know, overrode like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna knock off your kid or something like that. Cause I'm like, I ain't got no choice but to be passive aggressive. If all these people, knowing that the idea of some people really have a better quality of life, regardless if they taking losses or whatever, everybody ain't built the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in my life got this old macho mentality and shit. And I'm like, we got common damn sense. A lot of people be running game. I live in a small demographic. I can't believe half the shit I hear. I can only read books and shit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, somebody was telling me, well, I explained to you what submission was. You know what I'm saying? You're a female and you're going to be viewed in a certain light. So, it just fucked up. Because like I said, everybody I grew up around pretty much got some type of mindset that I can't connect with. I'm like, I don't get it. I seriously don't get it. Like, once niggas start getting money and shit, they just be, trying to override and shit. And I'm like, it really don't make no sense. Why you don't have a boyfriend in this and that and the third? And I'm like, well, when I'm at home, people are trying to snatch books out my head and shit like that. I'm like, I got comprehension problems because I'm sitting here getting tortured by a bunch of random kids. We all inbred, so we just like, everybody wants rank, everybody wants their own set. I want to sell my weed, this and that, and the third. Happened naturally. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around Jamaican people and shit, and this is a lifestyle that is gaining them some type of notoriety and shit. And I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna win with all these random ass people. That's exactly what I'm dealing with. You know, all the people in my life were pretty much born into a situation and they were sitting there making a mockery out of it. I don't think that it's funny. Like, you take things way too seriously. I'm like, I didn't grow up in a household, thinking that that half the shit I was dealing with was normal. I mean, it got to be somebody out there that think like me. Why? Why is all these men out here having sex and then going around hitting licks and then saying, well, if you don't suck my dick for it, you won't get it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit happened naturally. You know, like all these women that's, I guess, getting with the program, like, well, you stubborn, they having sex with men that's polygamous, and I'm like, Alright, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing just to see all these random men just be like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just all the shit that I'm dealing with. Just being born in Atlanta. It's a real dirty place. I can't even enjoy my own city because of people and they defined relationships. You know what I'm saying? And it's all fucked up. Cause it's like you really on your own. That's what I taught my little sister. Like you gonna get raped. People gonna judge you for how you look, and it's up to you to attract negative or positive energy. I told them, well, you can get your education, and that's why I don't understand because everybody need love. I understand that, but I'm born into a dysfunctional situation to where my mom has two men that she identifies as a sexual partner, and they all are viewing her in a negative light. So she's basically having sex with men for money. I guess since they say we're narcissists, I don't know. Like I said, I'm born in an inbred family. Everybody rejective with each other. I don't know how these people live, these Mexicans and shit. It's all being introduced to the concept of racism. It's just stupid. It is stupid. I'm like, when I see people smoking cigarettes and shit, I'm like, why the fuck? Why? Why the fuck is everybody's life not perfect? I'm gonna ask that shit for the rest of my life. I'm like, I'm not understanding you know, why I'm going through all this shit that I'm going through. Like, as far as me being broke and seeing all these people that seemingly have money. I'm like, shit, lend me something. Y'all say it's all about family. I ain't gonna do that. I'm like, shit, I'm motivated by money too. But have these people that own these restaurants and shit, I grew up with these people. They don't even fuck with me. I moved from Atlanta to get away from half those people. And I'm like, I really am stuck in the rims of the same people. That's what they do. You get on the Greyhound, people sell dope and shit. They claim sex. And I'm like, for what? I mean, if I get locked up, I'm just pretty much, I don't know, people are benefiting from me. That's why I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, who wants to sue? Who wants to do all that? You have to just deal with what reality is. Like, shit, I went to Mississippi and I'm like, I seen like slot machines in like East Point and shit, and I'm like, that's where all that money floating around now. People that's getting money, whether they robbing niggas or whatever, what I'm saying, as far as how they is in some type of hierarchy or whatever. They, these people that got money, they forming family bonds. Ain't shit I can do about this shit. Like, I'm really just by myself. And I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna leave this earth. And I'm like, everybody seems to be trying to be mature. I mean, shit is easier said than done. I mean, who wants to be, what I'm saying, inferior? I guess growing up, like I said, people do shit on their own. You know, I don't know, man. Like I said, I feel like I need to read more and shit, but I can't cause have these people that I'm being followed by. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I'm saying out here, people giving me shots of heroin and shit. I mean, I guess it's a way for people to keep themselves on top. You know what I'm saying? If you got to go around and do shit like that, people crazy as hell out here. It's just, you know what I'm saying? My family members, spreading rumors around the school. I mean, it's a way. It's a competition out here. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to tell people I'm insecure and all that shit. I'm like, man, I'm stressed. I don't know, man. I was born in the ghetto, I guess, and all these random ass people. It's just really crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy how, you got all this dysfunction out here, baby mamas, baby daddies, who got the most money. Fuck him, he better give me my money. That's cool. These people understand submission. It's just crazy though.